Hello everybody, and today I am going to tell you about mean value theorem. And in mean value theorem you have to read Rolle's theorem, and second one is Lagrange mean value theorem. And today I am going to tell you about Rolle's theorem. Okay, and what is Rolle's theorem? Rolle's theorem is, see here, very interesting theorem it is, and you have to know only the geometrical concept. That means geometrical interpretation. See here, if, what is the theorem? F of x is a function defined on closed interval AB such that in bit 1 f is differentiable in open interval AB, bit 2 f is continuous in closed interval AB, and in bit 3 f of A is equal to f of B. Then there exists C belongs to open interval AB such that f of C equal to 0. F dash C equal to 0. And what is f dash C? What is derivative? dy by dx means it is the slope of the tangent, and f dash C means slope of the tangent at a particular point C, x is equal to C. Clear? See here. And it is given that if I take y is equal to f of x, then first of all 2 points are there, A and B, and it is given that third point f of A is equal to f of B. So draw two lines. This is f of A, that means this is the value of y, and this is also the value of y. And this length is equal to this length. This is f of A, this is f of B. And your condition is the second condition, f is continuous in closed interval AB. That means you will start from this point and you will end at this point without any discontinuity. That means you should start from here, and by this marker you should end here. That means I can draw a straight line like this, I can draw, or I can draw like this, or I can draw like this, or I can draw like this. These are the options. Either you can draw a straight line joining A and B, or because it is a continuous curve, so you should not keep a gap between the anywhere. So you should maintain the continuity. Clear? And from A you should start, and at B you should end. So either you can draw a straight line, or the graph will increase and then decrease, or decrease and then increase, or like this. But see here, if you draw a tangent here, and I am moving the tangent like this, so at this point the tangent becomes parallel to x-axis. Clear? So like this here, if I move the tangent like this, so at this point the tangent becomes parallel to x-axis, and the straight line itself is parallel to x-axis. So that means if I take this point as C, here the tangent is parallel to x-axis, and if a line is parallel to x-axis, then its slope is 0. If a line is parallel to x-axis, its slope is 0. Clear? So at C, the tangent is parallel to x-axis, and what is the slope of the tangent at x is equal to C? It is f dash C. Clear? The slope of the tangent at x is equal to C is f dash C, and the tangent is parallel to x-axis. I have told you, if a line is parallel to x-axis, its slope is 0, and here the line means the tangent, and the tangent is parallel to x-axis, then the slope of the tangent will be equal to 0, and the slope of the tangent is f dash C. The slope of the tangent is f dash C, so f dash C equal to 0. So f dash C equal to 0. So this is Rolle's theorem. Clear? That means if f of A is equal to f of B and the graph is f is continuous function, then at least at one point there will be a tangent such that the tangent will be parallel to x-axis. It is the geometrical interpretation of Rolle's theorem. That means at least there will be one point where the tangent will be parallel to x-axis, and the tangent will be parallel to x-axis means its slope will be equal to 0. That means f dash equal to 0. This is Rolle's theorem. Clear? See here. And now I will tell you how to verify Rolle's theorem. Okay. And for verification, I want to tell you. See here. If f and g are two functions, f is a function and g is a function, and two functions are continuous function, then f plus g is continuous, f minus g is continuous, f by g is continuous, f into g is also continuous. Clear? The sum, difference, product and quotient of two continuous functions is also continuous. Similarly, if f and g are two differentiable functions, then the sum, difference, product and quotient of two differentiable functions is also differentiable. Clear? I am going to write it down. See here. If f and g are two continuous functions, then f plus g is continuous, f minus g is continuous, f g into continuous, f by g is also continuous. Similarly, if f and g are two differentiable functions, then f plus g is differentiable, f minus g is also differentiable, f into g is also differentiable, f by g is also differentiable. And now, very important point, polynomial function exponential functions sine function and cosine functions. These four functions are everywhere continuous and differentiable. These four functions are everywhere continuous and differentiable. You should remember all these conditions. Then only you can do the problem. And the program will simply, it will take 3 to 4 minutes. Okay. See here, let us see this example. Verify Rolle's theorem. And here the function is x square minus 4x plus 3 on the interval 1, 3 closed interval. So see here, this is a polynomial function. And very important part I am going to tell you about polynomials. X square plus 4x plus 5 and 2 into x square minus 5x and x plus 3, x square plus 3x divided by 5 and x square plus 5x whole square. If the function will be like this, so this is not a polynomial. This is not a polynomial. This is not also a polynomial. This is not a polynomial. Only this one is polynomial. After multiplying, if you multiply 2, that means it will become 2x square minus 10x. Then only you can call it as a polynomial. Here, if you separate it 1 by 5x square plus 3 by 5x, then it will become a polynomial. And if you expand the whole square, then it will become a polynomial. Otherwise, these three functions are algebraic functions, not polynomials. Only this one is a polynomial function. Because the polynomial should be in this form, ax square plus bx plus c. Second degree polynomial. And for third degree, ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. It should be in this form. Here, then only you can call it as a polynomial. See here. Here, it is a polynomial. And already I have told you, a polynomial function is everywhere continuous and differentiable. So, according to Rolle's theorem, for Rolle's theorem there are three conditions. B1, it is continuous in closed interval AB, and B2, it is differentiable in open interval AB, and B3, f of a is or f of a. First of all, these three conditions should satisfy. Then we will verify. That means f dash c must be equal to 0. What is C? C is the any real number between A and B. Okay, see here. Now since a polynomial function, you should write like this. is everywhere, continuous, undifferentiable between f is continuous. It is continuous everywhere, so it is also continuous in closed interval AB. It is continuous everywhere. So within this interval also it is continuous. So it is continuous on closed interval 1, 3. For continuity you should write closed. That means from A to B and B to F is differentiable on open interval 1, 3. Because it is differentiable everywhere. So it is also differentiable in this interval. And B3, let us say, what is f of 1? Because f of A is equal to f of B. And here A, B are 1 and 3. So f of 1. That means 1 square is 1 minus 4 plus 3. So is equal to 0. And what is f of 3? 3 square is 9 minus 4 3 are 12 plus 3. Is also equal to 0. Therefore, f of 1 is equal to f of 3. So, all the conditions of Rolle's theorem are satisfied. So, Rolle's theorem is applicable. Now, these three conditions are satisfied. That means Rolle's theorem is applicable. Now we should verify the theorem. That means there must exist a real number C in between 1 and 3 so that where f dash is equal to 0. Here, see here. Now, what is f dash x? 2x minus 4. Now f dash x equal to 0. 2x minus 4 equal to 0. That implies 2x is equal to 4. So x is equal to 4 by 2, it is 2. And 2 lies between 1 and 3. So 2 belongs to, you should write like this, 2 belongs to 1, 3 open interval. So here C is equal to 2 such that f dash C equal to 0. Therefore, our Rolle's theorem is verified. Here, very simple. And the very interesting thing is that in your exam, only you should face the polynomial functions and not any other functions, either algebraic function or polynomial functions. And it will expand the algebraic function, it will become a polynomial function. So automatically you should write the first 2 points. And this point, f of A, f of B, you want to show it that they are equal. Then you should write these 2 conditions, these 2 lines, and then you should do like this. Okay. See here, another example. And this is an algebraic function. And now here, see here f of x is equal to x into x minus 1 whole square. So let us expand here. X into, this is x square minus 2x plus 1. Then here f of x is equal to x cube minus 2x square plus x. Now it becomes a polynomial function. Here, then you should write, since a polynomial function is everywhere continuous and differentiable, so f is continuous in closed interval 0, 1. Clear? First point is over. Then second point, f is differentiable write on closed interval, open interval 0 1. Then bit 3, you want to show f of 0 is equal to f of 1. And f of 0, if you put x is equal to 0, so 0 into something is 0. And f of 1, if you put 1 here, 1 minus 1 0, 0 into this one is 0. So therefore f of 0 is equal to f of 1. So all the conditions of Rolle's theorem are satisfied. Therefore Rolle's theorem is applicable. Clear? Now we should verify it. Now what is f dash x? See here, it is 3x square minus 4x plus 1. 3x square minus 4x plus 1. Now f dash x equal to 0 implies 3x square minus 4x plus 1 equal to 0. So what you have to do? See here, 3x square minus 3x minus x plus 1 equal to 0. I am now doing the multiple factorization. So take common 3x, it will be x minus 1 and minus 1, it will be x minus 1 equal to 0. So here x minus 1 into 3x minus 1 equal to 0. So implies x is equal to 1 and 1 by 3. So our theorem is that within A and B, C must lie. Within A and B, not closed, it will open interval. In between 0 and 1. But 1 is the extreme point, so 1 cannot be equal to C. Here C is 1 by 3 because 1 by 3 lies between 0 and 1. So you should write here C is equal to 1 by 3 belongs to open interval 0 1 such that f dash c equal to 0. So Rolle's theorem is verified. Clear? You should take the point which lie in between A and B. But 1 is the extreme point here. So 1 cannot be equal to C. And C can be more than 1 point also. See here, remember. If this will be a 30 degree equation or 4 degree or 50 degree equation, then maybe more than 1 point will lie in this interval. Because I have told you this case. So here is a point, here is also C, 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 and so on. So more than 1 point can be equal to C. That means there may be more than 1 points in between A and B where the tangents are parallel to x-axis. Here the tangent is parallel to x-axis, here the tangent is parallel to x-axis, here the tangent is parallel to x-axis, and so on. Clear? See here, another question. I am going to give you a trigonometric function. Okay. And already I have told you there are 4 functions where 4 functions, polynomial function, sine function, cosine function, and exponential function. And it is, these 4 functions are everywhere continuous and different. So here the given function is a sine function. So since you should write, since sine function is continuous and differentiable everywhere, bit 1 f is continuous on 0 pi by 2 opening closed interval and bit 2 f is differentiable on open interval 0 pi by 2 and bit 3 f of 0. What is f of 0? Sin 0 is 0. And what is f of pi by 2? If we put x is equal to pi by 2, 2 cancel sin pi. So sin pi is also equal to 0. Therefore f of 0 is equal to f of pi by 2. So all the conditions of Rolle's theorem are satisfied. All the conditions of Rolle's theorem are satisfied. Therefore, all the conditions of Rolle's theorem are satisfied. Therefore, Rolle's theorem is applicable. Now, we should verify it. What is f dash x? It is 2 cos 2x. Because sin u, it is cos u into du by dx, and derivative of 2x is 2. Now, f dash x equal to 0 implies 2 cos 2x is equal to 0. Implies cos 2x is equal to 0. So it implies, and cos 2x is equal to 0 means 2x is equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. Trigonometric equation. And here n belongs to z. So x is equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 4. N belongs to z. See here, if you put n is equal to 0, that is pi by 4. If you put n is equal to 1, it is 3 pi by 4. And 3 pi by 4 is greater than pi by 2. So you should not consider other points. Okay, and this point belongs to 0 pi by 2 open interval. Clear? That means this is 45 degree and we have given 0 to 90. So 45 lies between 0 to 90. Clear? So here C is equal to pi by 4 belongs to 0 pi by 2 such that f dash is equal to 0. Hence, Rolle's theorem is verified. See here, this is very easy problems, and I have told you in the exam only polynomial functions will be given. So simply do the polynomial functions and don't do other problems. Okay, I will give you some questions on polynomial functions, and you should do those problems. And if this question will come in the exam, it will be of 2 mark or 3 mark questions. It is not a 6 mark question. It is only a 2 mark or 3 mark questions. Okay, because only you have to write these 6 without any testing. Only you have to test these things. You should not test for continuity. You should not test for differentiability, because the polynomial function is everywhere continuous and differentiable. You should write directly. Only you should do these things. Okay. So in the next class, I will tell you about Lagrange mean value theorem. Okay. Thank you.